sharing with you in this video how to transform easily into the person you want to be. And so if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video. And so the first thing that I want to share with you in this video in terms of how to actually do this is to understand that nothing is easy no matter what you do. Whether you go towards your vision, whether you don't go towards your vision, whether you create what you want or you don't, none of it is going to be easy. Nothing is going to be perfectly effortless. And I know that I titled this video, How to Do Things Easily, but the truth is that nothing is going to be easy. Like I said, none of it is going to be perfectly exactly how you thought and exactly the way that you imagined. Look, there's this cliche idea that we should manifest exactly how we imagined it, exactly how we thought it would manifest. And the truth is that I think that that's something that we don't need to strive for, because often what you think that you want is not even what you actually want in the first place. Like, there's something more that you want that's deeper than just this surface level thought that you think that you want. Because haven't you ever noticed that when you want something, when you create something, like, it doesn't go exactly according to plan? Haven't you ever noticed that? Like, I'm not trying to be a pessimist here. Haven't you ever noticed that nothing ever goes according to plan, the way that we thought that it would? Because as far as I understand, everything that I've seen always has something come up. Something comes up on the way, maybe in a way that I didn't expect it to, or the way that I thought it was going to. And it's like, instead of being surprised by this every single time, why not just accept that no matter what path you choose in your life, there's going to be some level of discomfort associated with that. Which leads me to the second thing that I want to share with you in this video in terms of how to actually do this, which is what we're trying to do here is rise above comfort and discomfort entirely. It's not about trying to be more comfortable or more uncomfortable, or how to balance the two. How do you balance the two? You transcend them both entirely. You transcend both comfort and discomfort entirely. What we're trying to do here in this game of life, in my personal opinion and in my personal experience, is live in the middle between the two. That's kind of what we're here to do. Don't get lost in trying to make things perfectly comfortable in any area of your life. And on the other end as well, don't try to make it perfectly uncomfortable. Don't make it perfectly comfortable or uncomfortable. There's no reason to attach to either or. What we want to do is live from that middle space, which I think is the space of transformation, which I think is the space of magic. I think is the space of power, true spiritual power, not a power that you get from trying where a part of us wants to control other people or control situations or control things outside of us. None of this is in our control. If we ever try to control these things, we're in for a rude awakening to realize that it's false and that you can't do this. You're going to disrespect yourself. You're going to disrespect others. The best thing that you can do instead is, again, rise above this entire drama that the ego has. The ego has this entire drama that it plays out where it tries to find the perfect answer of feeling comfortable or, pushing itself to the max, this hustle culture that we're in. It's look, you have to know how to understand that no matter what you do in your life, sometimes it's going to be comfortable, sometimes it's going to be uncomfortable. You have to be the person in the middle, so to speak, between the two. Be neutral between the two. How do you do this? Well, it's a practice. It's a practice of being present to the moment. You can actually practice being conscious of this. And if you lose yourself, what do? Are you going to get mad at yourself? Are you going to judge yourself? Are you going to criticize yourself for losing yourself and forgetting to do this? No. You bring yourself back to the present moment. You non-judgmentally bring yourself back to the present moment. This is a practice. This is a spiritual practice. This is something that you practice not just 20 minutes per day or sometimes, but every single moment while you're creating, while you're doing stuff. In my personal opinion, you really should be doing this. And it's not that there's any shoulds, ultimately speaking, but if you care about your spiritual sovereignty, if you care about the way that you're doing things, not just the result that you're getting and what you're doing, I would invite and encourage you to try your best to rise above, not to say that you're better or worse than anybody else, but for you personally in your life to feel like you do not any longer need to be attached to your thoughts, to your emotions, your feelings, and then feelings of comfort versus discomfort. And lastly, the final thing that I want to share with you in this video in terms of how to transform easily into the person you want to be is stop listening to others over your own intuition. Stop doing this, because you don't need to find the perfect course or the perfect video or the perfect mentor or the perfect friend or get that perfect piece of advice from your family or find that perfect external resource. You don't need any of this. All of these things are good to have. These are what you would call support systems. A lot of the times, what these support systems do is people use these things as a permission slip to allow themselves to do whatever it is that they want to do. And the truth is that it's good to have these support systems. It's good to have these things in your life. And you might on one level need them. You might on one level need them. You might on one level not need them. Maybe you'll be comfortable having these things in your life. Maybe again, you're going to be uncomfortable having these things in your life. Sometimes you're going to be more dependent on these things. Other times you're not. We're not fully independent creatures, right? We have to understand that as human beings, we are a social species. We are actually dependent on each other in many ways. A lot of things that we create, we actually depend on each other to be able to create it. With that being said though, you also have to know when to stop listening to people, when to stop believing in other people's opinions, stop believing in the vision that they have for you. If a person has a vision for you, but they're not genuinely curious about what you want and that vision that you want for you, then ultimately speaking, the vision that they have for you maybe is something that you should reconsider. Because ultimately speaking, the greatest vision that a person can ultimately have for you is, again, getting curious enough to care about your vision and what you care about. Their vision should be involving your vision. Their vision shouldn't be, now if they have maybe something that they see for you, something that they want you to become, they can speak on that. But a true leader, a true guide, they may even tell you what to do, but ultimately speaking, they know that they cannot make a choice for you. A good teacher can ask you the right questions. They can even tell you what to do sometimes. They can listen to you and your problems powerfully, but also they will never make a choice for you. So I would invite and encourage you to know when you have to stop listening to other people's opinions, when you have to cut out the external noise, so to speak, and know when to decide for yourself what to do. This is something that is really important in my personal opinion, because if we don't do this, we start to become a person that's just parroting other people's ideas and opinions. It becomes very tough for us to independently think, to think for ourselves, to develop our own beliefs.